Yo, this is McGarren. What is a construction line drawing? And I'm not talking about commercial or residential construction. Construction line drawings are kind of like scaffolding to a drawing. They are lines that are used to create structure and a lot of times used to see symmetry. It makes it a lot easier to draw level, perpendicular ellipses if you have a center structure line to go from. So first off, I want to see how the image will look on my page, so I'll indicate subtle marks on the paper representing the top and bottom of each object, so I can make sure that it fits on the page. I will then make sure that the center line of each object is vertical or parallel with the edge of the paper. I can check if the line is vertical by measuring the distance from the line to the edge of the paper, both at the bottom and the top. This will make it look like it is sitting straight up instead of looking tipsy or drunk. After establishing my plumb lines, I'm going to determine the width of each object by measuring. I'm taking the width of the goblet, measuring it against the height of the goblet. The height is 3 times the width. I'd prefer that you don't measure and use your eyes to determine the width and the height. But in this video, I'm just showing you what I'm looking at and how to see proportions correctly and then how to fix them. Sometimes you get the shapes and proportions wrong, and that's okay. It just means that you need to fix it. And they are pretty easy to fix. You just erase it and redraw the line. I will do this with each object and measure one proportion in relationship to the other shapes. Like in this example, I'm using the metal goblet width to measure against all the other objects. Here I'm measuring it in relationship to the cup. Lastly, I'm using the width of the goblet in relationship to the width and the height of the glass container. When I'm finished finding out the width of each object and the height, I will work on the shape of the ellipse. The ellipse should be placed in the center of the object's center line, that plumb line. This will help you keep it symmetrical and level. I will draw ellipses where the angle changes of the contour occurs, and this will help keep the form of the object. It's very important to be able to keep those ellipses parallel to each other so that the structure is sound. There is also a width of each ellipse, so find the width and the height of each ellipse. Then draw a continuous line that bends around those indicating marks. Just like in this photograph, there's no pinched or bulged ellipses. Make sure the angle change is soft, equal, and subtle. After drawing in the ellipse of each object, I could draw in various angles to make sure that the proportions are right. After making adjustments to the drawing in proportion and shape, and I know everything is parallel or perpendicular to the vertical line, that plumb line, I will draw the contour of each shape using straight lines. When the straight lines are broken into smaller sections, it will make a subtle curve that is more accurate than just drawing a curve freehand. So use those straight lines to be able to see the shapes correctly and the proportions correctly, and then draw in that curved line afterwards. Refine the line quality by erasing and using a sharp pencil to darken the contour lines. Apply this to every object, and then you are done with constructing objects on your page. Hopefully this was informative. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below, and happy drawing.